स्वागतम्। तो पुनः मध्याह्ने वयं स्मः अत्र पठनम् अनुवर्तयितुम्। तो मङ्गलवाचनं तु प्रातःकाले एव अभवत् इति पुनः करणीयं नास्ति। तो अग्रे पठामः। So we were actually just at this point. We had looked at some example sentences of this new form called Karmani lot. We know Kartari lot, Karotu, Agachatu, Gachatu, etc. Okay. Or Gacha, Tvam Gacha, like Aham Gachani. Can I go? It gives almost a question sense. But Sal Lot Lakara, which is Agnyartha or Prarthanartha. The tonality change conveys whether it is Agnya or Prarthana. Okay. So we saw a few sentences. Gamyatam, Patyatam, Uhyatam, all Karmani. Okay. So this one. Now, more formally, they are going to go through and teach us that. So in addition to what is there in the textbook, I have tried to put a few things on the slide here, okay, just to help us. Some references, how, where are we coming from to understand where this Karmani forms of lot is walking in. How is it transformed from the Kartari version? So for us, always the reference will be some kind of a lat from where we have to come down. So that's what I'm trying to show here. Okay, let us read what Samskrita Bharati is trying to teach us. Rules of passive verbs in lot lakara. So rules of passive verbs in mood called command or request mode. If you know the active imperative, imperative mode, technical term, active imperative lot lakara form of an atmanepadi root. Okay, so in order to come to the passive imperative, which is the karmani lot is passive imperative. To come to there, he says, I mean, Samskrita Bharati is trying to tell us, look, try to come from the atmanepadi root of a kartari lot first. Okay, so that's what he is trying to tell us. Udaharanartham, lat lakare, okay, atmanepadi lat lakare, vand dhatuh lat atmanepadi dhatuh, tasya lat lakare rupam bhavati vandate iti. Vandate, vandate, vandete, vandante, vandase, vandethe, vandadhve, vande, vandavahe, vandamahe. Like that, if you remember, right? So that is the vand dhatu, atmanepadi dhatu, one standard that we take. The lot of that in Kartari only, Kartari lot. This one was lat, vandate. The lot in Kartari is vandatam. Okay, so that is here, right? Vandatam, vandetam, vandantam. So vandate, vandete, vandante of lat changes to vandatam, vandetam, vandantam. So the tam comes for lot, that is directive sense of the same thing. Vandate, somebody salutes. Vandatam, somebody shall salute in a directive form, right? So that's it. And then tvam vandasva yum vande tvam yuvam, sorry, tvam vandasva yuvam vandetham yum vandadvam aham vandai avam vandavahai vayam vandamahai. So you know, aham avam vayam, you should never forget that, and also tvam yuvam yum should not forget that. Sorry, and then sahataute for the first line, or satetaha, whatever you desire. Third person gets a linga, right? So sahataute or satetaha or tatetani can go with the first three for the prathama purusha. For the madhyama purusha, tvam yuvam yum. Very simple. Okay. Then for the uttama purusha, which is me or us, it is aham avam vayam. And what are those? Those are just the pratama vibhakti ekavachana forms of these three shabdas. Remember, sahataute is only pratama vibhakti. It won't stay there. So saha vandatam is may he do the vandana karya in a directive mode. But saha can also move to other vibhaktis for other reasons, and then vandatam may have to track the vachana of the saha, but not the linga nor the vibhakti, because there is no rule for the kriya pada to track the vibhakti of the karta, etc. But typically in kartari, for kartari prayoga, when vandatam is said in the sentence, there shall be one explicitly present or contextually assumed pratama vibhakti shabda, either in eka or dvivachana or bahuvachana. According to the vachana of the kriya pada, there shall be one karta. Okay, that you hopefully have understood that aspect of the sentence structure. Okay, all right. So let's come back where Sanskrit Bharati is trying to teach us. So patyate, patyatam. So now what is happening in patyate? How is patyate different from vandate? We should know that. Vandate is purely lat atmane, right? Patyate and that is actually kartari. Lat atmane, default kartari is vandate. Okay, because it's naturally natively atmane, it has the atmane ending, vandate. But pat dhatu is not natively atmane. What is the lat form of pat dhatu? Pathati. Okay. But when we go to karmani lat, we assume the atmane forms. We had learned that. That is that form. I'm just reminding. All of you know this, why he is again and again rubbing this on our head. But at least, I'm rubbing it for my own gain. Okay. Pathyate. So Ramena pustakam pathyate. Like that. Okay. And then Ramena Pustakam Patyatam is the transform. So we are now still in the Karmani mode. Here we were Lat Karmani. We are now moving from Lat Karmani to Lot Karmani. So we switched the tables, but we came slowly from Atmane Lat, okay, which was in Kartari, to Karmani Lat Patyate for another dhatu. It could have been for one dhatu, then it will become Vandyate. Vandyate. It could be demonstrated for one dhatu also. The funny thing is when we move to Karmani, all the dhatus look like Parasmaipadi. They look like, okay? They act like Parasmaipadi. Let us say that, not look like, they act like Parasmaipadi. Patyate, like that. Okay? Vandyate. Everybody takes that ate form. And then Yakara is inserted for the, remember that Yakara insertion is specific to Karmani. We can almost call it Karmani Yakara. Okay? Similarly, that yakara remains when we move to lot. Patya, karmani yakara remains. Its role of that yakara is to indicate karmani prayoga. But the tam, which is actually the lot atmanepadi tail, tam. For example, we saw that vandatam. Okay, there is no karmani here. It is vandatam. There is no yakara. Vandatam was the atmanepadi lot. Same form, but in the yakara inserted for the dhatu. So patyatam for pat dhatu. For one dhatu, it will become vandyatam. So vandyate, vandyatam would be the forms of lat and lot karmani for one dhatu. Similarly, likyate, likyatam, svikriyate, svikriyatam, uhyate, uhyatam. Okay, and then smaryate, smaryatam. This kind of application. So now basically the rest of them I don't have to explain every aspect of it. Just why they write a few other dhatus is let the brain absorb the endings with the different dhatus so that they don't become, oh, yate should only come with pat. No. Now our brain, when we read it, these 5 different words, our brain does the differentiation. Oh, yate ending, the meaning is flowing in our brain. Inside the brain, the artha is happening. So the neurons line up to work correctly. Magic of our brain. Okay. Imperative mood forms also have the ya in the passive. Okay, we just stated that itself. So they have kind of highlighted it. See, but ya is supposedly bold there. Patyatam, likyatam, jnayatam, okay, shruyatam. Again, you see, Sanskrit Bharati tries to introduce a few new things here everywhere. They didn't pick up all the same. Here and there, they picked up some new ones. See, jnayatam, shruyatam was not in the list. Always they attempt to keep on incrementally pushing a little bit into our head. The passive forms are conjugated. What is this so-called complex word called conjugation? Basically joining the pratyaya to the prakriti is called conjugation. Okay, declension, conjugation, many technical terms which so-called English grammar carries. They're all derivations of what we actually do for Sanskritam itself. Okay. So just like the active forms of the verb in lot atmanepadi, we already talked of this. Okay, udaharanam, vandatam, vandetam, vandantam, we already saw that table. Okay, so now they have gone for other dhatus, but they have gone for all three vibhakti forms slowly. Okay, now they are increasing us from one single ekavachana form to eka, dvi and bahu forms. Patyate becomes actually patyate, patyete, patyante triplet changes to patyatam, patyetam, patyantam. That's how we should read this. So gamyate, gamyete, gamyante goes to gamyatam, gamyetam, gamyantam. Drishyate, drishyete, drishyante goes to drishyatam, drishyetam, drishyantam. See how our brain is now figuring out what is the transform happening. Sprishyate, sprishyete, sprishyante goes to sprishyatam, sprishyetam, sprishyantam. Pachyate, pachyeta, pachyete, pachyantam. Oh, sorry, pachyantam, no, pacyete, pacyante, kshamyatam. Pachyate, pacyete, pacyante changes to pachyatam, pachyetam, pachyantam. Likhyate, likhyete, likhyante changes to likyatam, likyetam, likyantam. Ya has to be heard clearly. Likyatam, likyete, likyantam. You try to pronounce the yakara. In some places, it becomes a little twisted to pronounce the yakara, but we should try and put the effort. Okay. The usage of passive verbs in the second and third persons in imperative mood is rare. This we had seen even earlier. Even for let they talked about this, saying typically karmapadas tend not to be I or you. Karmapadas tend to be third person karmapadas. That's what they're trying to say here. Because the verb tags the karmapada and karmapadas tend to be third person karmapadas, neither you or nor me in a speech. It becomes easier. That's what they're saying. The usage of passive verbs in second and third persons is imperative mood. That's basically they're saying this is here one this similar to this vandasva. This is patyasva. Yeah. This patyasva, patyetham, patyadhvam, patyai, patyavahai, patyamahai. Very rare. Even I haven't, when reading a lot of books, I haven't come across easily these forms. So what benefit we get is we seem to fall into the category of the Pratama Purusha when we go to Karmani. That's why if you know Karmani, though it's sweaty to think of it in English, it is easy to work with it in Sanskrit. It's a reduction act to go to Karmani. Okay. So we finished this. So usage of passive verbs in second and third persons in imperative mood is rare because generally any command has its object karma padam in the third person only. Hence the forms of Madhyama Purusha and Uttama Purusha are not given here. Okay. See, Sanskrit Bharati didn't want to make us sweat. I listed it here just to complete because we are kind of sometimes we just want it to look at it. What is it there? Right? But it's very difficult. See, Patyasva, Patyetham. See, Swa and Tham. See here, there was a nice flow. Patyatam, patyetam, patyantam. It sounded like a verse, right? Easy for our brain to flow from one to the next. This one, see, patyasva, patyetham. See, patyetham seems to track the one above rather than the one on the left. Patyasva is deviant. Okay. So it's almost feels like to our brain it should have been patya, patyetham, patyatvam. Because patya is like tvam, no? Not patyasva. See, but there is a swa. So it's a little bit here and there, a little bit what you call more challenging. Patyai, patyavahai, patyamahe is a nice flow. I don't want to dispute that there is anything. It's so similar to vandai, vandyavahe. Even then, friend, vandasva itself poses that challenge. Nothing due to patyasva. Vandasva, the original Atmane itself in lot had the swa added in. Okay. What is that? I have it in blue here. Example, Putrena, I have shown the Madhyama Purusha and Uttama Purusha example also, how it will form. See, Putrena Tvam Drishyasva, by the sun, may you be seen. It's not natural. Then Putrena Yuvam Drishyetham. So Dvivachana of the same thing. By the sun, you two, who are probably the sad parents, may you two be seen by your son who has disappeared. Okay. Sorry, I'm imagining some huge katha there in this directive. Bhaktena aham vandyai. See, this is the very God only is trying to say this. He will never say this. I am putting words in his mouth. Bhaktena aham vandyai. May I be saluted by the bhaktas, by one bhakta, Bhaktena aham vandyai. Then similarly, if you go to Vayam, I should have put a slash Vayam there. If you put slash Vayam, then Vandamahi, like that. Vandyamahi, sorry. Vandya, see Dakara and Yakara is there. Vandyamahi, like this one. Okay. Iti. So I have now to not to put such illegal statements in God's mouth. I have very carefully put a disclaimer in gray here. Iti devaha atava devaha na vadati or vadanti. Okay. Any questions on this slide? Everybody is ready to take a snooze, I think. Let me move forward. We have a good attendance comparatively, and our New Zealand friends are also back. Our Mumbai friends are also here, I think. I do see Rajaraman sir. I do see Riddhi Bhagini. Yeah, good. Some imperative forms. Don't worry, I am not taking any attendance. Okay. Um, this imperative sounds like a judge's ruling, so I just put there. Okay, just for fun. So Kartari Prayoge, so they have some Parasmaipadi dhatus and couple of Atmanipadi dhatus. What you will see is there is not much difference when you go to Karmani. In Kartari, is a very specific difference. So Kartari, Parasmaipadi Pat becomes Patatu, Lik becomes Likhatu, Gnya dhatu, knowledge. Janatu, may you know. See, Likatu, you may you write. Patatu, or just let me not even put may. Why put may? Just make it Agnya. You write, you read. You, I am assuming, as a placeholder. Okay, it can be he, she, I myself. But then Patatu is actually in Bhavan, Bhavati form. So you can say, you can use Bhavan, Bhavati along with it. So Bhavan Patatu, Bhavan Likatu, Bhavan Janatu, Bhavan Shrunotu. These forms are all Parasmaipadi, right? Because two forms are there. Patatu, Pat. Then Atmanepadi, it changes to the tam forms, right? Vandate, vandete, it changes to vandatam, vandetam, visatan. So that one, vandatam, ikshatam, ikshate, somebody sees, observes. Ikshana is observation, okay? So ikshatam, may somebody observe like that. Okay, if it is bhavan, then may you observe like that. That's another beauty of bhavan bhavati. In karmani, actually, Bhavan won't come. Bhavata Ikshatam will come. Okay. Bhavata Ikshatam. Bhavata, again, it has to be in Tritiya, the Kartru. Okay. Oh, this is Kartari. So, yeah. Then Karmani, Bhavata Ikshyatam. It should not be Bhavata Ikshatam. Bhavan Ikshatam. Bhavata Ikshyatam. Okay. It has to go to Karmani Ikshyatam. Here and there, I am also slipping. I hope you're catching what mistakes I'm doing. So in Karmani Prayoga, Patatu switches to Patyatam. So the ending of Tam from Atmane becomes the dominant form in all Karmani Prayoga. That's what is the highlight here. And the Yakara is similarly present everywhere, the Karmani Yakara, and the Dhatu, of course, is there. So Patyatam, Likhyatam, Gnyayatam, Shruyatam, Vandyatam, Ikshyatam. Okay, right, like that. So the sense is may, he, she, you do. Okay. So saha karotu, sa karotu, bhavan karotu. See, bhavan is the technique of using third person karotu for even you. Bhavan. That's a, not only it becomes respectful, it becomes cheap for our verb. It becomes what you call less mistake ridden. Otherwise, we have to know what is the Madhyama Purusha form. Kuru, something like that. Tvam kuru. Atva tvam kurusva, depending on whether it's Atmanekar. So these kind of doubts come. So it's easier to say karotu. So then in Karmani, it changes so easily. So tena by him. So saha goes to tena, sa goes to taya, and bhavan goes to bhavata. Okay, and but if it is a bhavan, remember there can be a bhavati also. Then bhavatya. Tritiya ekavachana for bhavan and bhavati is bhavata, bhavatya. Okay, so tena etat karyam kriyatam, taya etat karyam kriyatam, bhavata etat karyam kriyatam, अथवा भवत्या एतत् कार्यं क्रियताम. What's happening? Regardless of who all are varying, this remains same. Okay. In fact, even if tena goes to taihi, etat kriyatam will remain. Okay, because kriyatam is not bothered about taihi, it is bothered about etat karyam. Okay, karma. Okay. Any question? Okay. All right. Abhyasah. Right, the passive imperative forms lot lakar. Okay, that is actually karmani lot. Remember, of the following present tense forms. So they are playing a little trick for us. They are coming from lat, and they want you to go to lot karmani. Okay, please read these things carefully in the exam. Okay, there won't be uda, gamyate, gamyatam in the exam. Okay, so you should read the question 2-3 times. Okay, passive imperative. I much prefer they give it actually completely in Sanskritam also, because these English technical titles are worse than we know better our Sanskritam titles, right? Karmani lot is more meaningful to us than passive imperative. You'll scratch your head. What this passive imperative? I don't recall. Why are they trying to teach us Ren and Martin like that? So generally they will give this, but they should have actually put Karmani lot to completely translate that. Anyway, now we know. So tadyate, gamyate goes to gamyatam. Very easy. Tadyate.
Tadyatam.
Ah, man, people were ready. I thought everybody was asleep, not a few. Few of our energetic people are ready. Tadyatam. Vandyate.
Vandyetam.
Ah,
Vandyetam.
oh, somebody said Vandetam.
Vandyetam.
Vandyatam. Very easy. Okay. See, the Vandyatam, Vandyetam goes to Vivachana. Careful. Vandyatam only. Okay. See, the Vandyate is already in Karmani. So they have said present tense forms, but they have little bit violated that in the questioning. They actually should have said present tense karmani forms. I assumed it was let lakara form, etc. Maybe they didn't just say it. Okay, they have the liberty to not say it, but they should have said present tense karmani forms. That's what they have shown. Okay, let karmani they have shown, not let kartari. It will become more challenging if they put let kartari and ask you to go. Okay, they can ask like that. So you have to know your lakara a little bit, at least for the Prathama Purusha Ekavachana, you should know that very clearly. Okay, so Vandyate, Vandyatam. Niyate. Ah, very interesting. Yakara is already there. Okay, so is this Yakara from Naya or is it from Karmani? Is the challenge that comes to it. But luckily we know it is actually Karmani. So Niyatam is straight answer. That means Ni and then Ya is from Karmani and Tam ending. Okay, all right. Piyate. Piyatam. Very easy it has become now. Shruyate. This is now nursery stuff. Sorry. Tyajyate. Tyajyatam. It would have been more challenging if they gave the Kartari form. Then it will become little bit, what should I do? How should I introduce the Yakara becomes a little challenge. Yeah, Gamyate. Sorry, I even jumped the gun. I'm sorry. Drishyate. Drishyatam. Gnyayate. Gnyayam. Diyate. Okay. If nothing, at least we exercised our mouths. I don't know that we exercised our brains much for this, but we exercised our mouths. So we'll move forward. Maybe it becomes a little more challenging now. Now they are asking for the following active present forms, write the corresponding passive present and the passive imperative forms as shown in the example. So active present form is what? Lat kartari. Okay, lat kartari. Active present form is lat kartari. Then write the corresponding passive present. This is lat karmani. They should actually put lat karmani there. And passive imperative. Okay, that means lot karmani. Passive. See, passive is karmani. So lot karmani and lat karmani we are supposed to put. So two forms, lat and lot we have to put. What they have given is the default Ramah likati, which is our good old famous lat lakara. Okay, present tense. This is a little bit more challenging. I wish they didn't give us the udaharana because that makes the gives the game away. Anyway, likhati. लिख्यते लिख्यताम. खादति. Very good. खाद्यते खाद्यताम. पिबति. Wow, somebody is very correct. Okay, here he was I would have just pibyate pibyata. Okay, but there is nothing like pibyate pibyatam. This is a little bit challenging dhatu. So piyate piyatam, but my students are smarter than me, so they answered correctly. Piyate piyatam. Nindati. The dhatu is nind. So nindyate nindyatam. Okay. Yakara is get hidden with the dakara. Nindyate nindyatam. Kshalayati. Now two forms come to our mind, right? Kshalyateva, kshalayateva is the challenge that comes to us. I also am I'm thinking kshalyate. Okay. Yes. I put my coin on the right side. So kshalyate instead of kshalayate. See, that's why coming from lat, it need to have clear dhatu knowledge. Say kshal is the dhatu, not kshala. It so happens due to some reason in lat it goes to kshalayati, but in this thing, karmani mode, the lakara halant joins the yakara. Kshalyate, kshalyatam. Smarati. This is also halant dhatu. Okay. See, the challenge here is which dhatu is halant, which dhatu is non-halant or ajant. We call it ajanta. So that's why there is a classific. That's why grammarians talk in these technical terms, because for them that makes sense. Oh, ajanta dhatu. Oh, halanta dhatu. Tak. They know the prakriya. Okay, because they know how to move, how to do the joins. That's why the grammarians can come with the correct forms even without large memory, because they work with logic. They run the program in their brains. Not always. After a while, it becomes a habit. But when it's something new, they know how to work it out. When something new, we struggle because it's not in the memory. Okay. Smar is again halant. So smaryate, smaryatam. Now when writing, remember the repamsha has to go to the top. Okay. So don't try to do the halant rakara and then put the yakara. Put the repamsha on the top. Smaryate, smaryatam. Correct, sir. Pashyati. Wow. Some of you have answered correctly. I would have answered pashyate, pashyatam. But you answered drishyate, drishyatam. So the dhatu itself, dhatu's native form is drish, and it has undergone certain transformation in the lat, which it doesn't undergo here. So drishyate, drishyatam. This dhatu is always challenged. Question?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah,
Sir,
madam.
Smarati, what would be the root word? So then, why Smaryate and why not Snuyate?
That smr, that rikara anta becomes ar. How to say? There is a so-called yan there. Okay. If you see in yants and the rikara changes to ar sound.
Okay, got it, sir. Thank you.
There is a yan happening, and that is the vidhi of that dhatu of that gana. How else to say? You know, there are 10 ganas and hundreds of vidhis, so it is one of those. We can only at this moment we can only hope to know that, oh, for few dhatus, no, I know how to work that out. Gachati. Very nice. Gam dhatu. So the one of the slow things we have to develop is look at the verb form and know the dhatu. So that is a good play. Oh, gachati gam dhatu, pashyati drish dhatu, smaryate smru dhatu. Okay, kshalayati kshal dhatu. Like this is the game. Okay. After that, it's easy. Some of the other forms. Okay. Gachati gamyate gamyatam. Namati. Namyate namyatam. No tricks here. No tricks. Pachati. Pachyate pachyatam. Few only. Smarati had us challenged, and then kshala lost its akara, and pashyati and drishyati was huge transformation. Yeah. Okay. This dhatu transform is not even just unique to Samskrita. I have seen in Kannada dhatus also. We have some dhatus that change the forms from present tense to past tense and all that. Okay, so this is nothing specific to Samskrita.
Third question. So when you bring in the year, so you know, like shal shabda, it becomes shalyati. As lay people, how do we know when a shabda will change to that extent by including year? Is there any formula, or is there any logic behind it?
There are 4,000 formulas, but I wouldn't dive into those now. Okay, what I would generally say is when we get this yakara with the atmane ending, this yakara with the atmane ending, which we are familiar, vandate, vandete, vandante endings. Okay,
yeah.
That ending along with the yakara is a karmani form is immediately known. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And the ending in Atmanepadi already has the lakara embedded. For example, Vandate, Vandete, Vandante is lat of Atmanepadi, right? So Kshalyate is the lat of Karmani of lat only. Okay. Whereas we know Vandatam, Vandetam, Vandantam is the lot of Atmanepadi. Okay. So Kshalyatam or Vandyatam, etc. They are the karmani of lot. So the yakara has retained the atmane tail, but got inserted in the place, and it inserts itself just after the dhatu, between the dhatu and the eventual pratyaya.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, that part I understood. It's just like in the original form, Vartaman form, when shal changes to Shalyati, then how, you know?
No, there is no Shalayati, this one. Here, you remember there was one Gana called Churadi Gana, the last one, 10th Gana. Actually, Riddhi madam is very much aware. She even remembers from her school years all that. Fantastic.
Oh,
so there is a Churadi Gana, okay, which is the 10th Gana. In that Gana, dhatus, there are about 150 or more dhatus. Actually, 400 dhatus belong in that Gana. If I remember, it's one of the big Ganas.
Oh.
Well, I'm not sure how many dhatus, but in that chura, I sent one table a few days back in one image.
Yes.
So that Churadi Gana's speciality is this so-called. At that time, it would have sounded, what is he saying? Nich pratyaya. Okay. And that nich pratyaya introduces one ikara. Okay. And that ikara becomes yakara due to sandhi rules there. Okay. Guna and other. So he will see this yakara coming in that gana. Okay. Churadi gana or something like that it's called. Churadi gana. Yeah.
So basically,
right? Chorayati is the example for that Churadi gana.
Okay. So all the ganas, all the shabdas in that gana would have this year alphabet included.
In the sense, most of the time it converts to yakara, but in some dhatu, some tails, some other exception rules may apply. But generally, that is what is heard. Yes.
Okay. Got it.
In that gana. Let me just pick up my dhatu book just to test it out.
No, I don't mean to trouble you, but I just wanted to find out. If,
No trouble, because we won't open these books if nobody asks. See, I got it. Churadi prakaranam atha. So here, for example, chura stheye, that means chori karna. So iska चोरयति चोरयतः चोरयन्ति चोरयसि चोरयतः चोरयतः इति रूपं यद्यपि धातुः चुर इति अस्ति तत्र यकारः श्रूयते ती अन्तः यथा भवति गच्छति इत्यत्र ती अन्तः अस्ति परन्तु अधिकतया यकारः अपि अस्मिन् गणे. So chorayati, let me go to the next one. Ganayati, let me go to the next one. Kathayati, let me go like this. Unfortunately, this book stopped with just 3 dhatus for the group because it's a chota sa pustak hai.
So Shala comes under 10th sir, 10th gana.
10th gana.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, that's very interesting. So basically, if one learnt up all those 100 or 400 shabdas, then one would know when to change it to the year.
Actually, in the Gurukula Paddhati, when students enter at 6-year-old and come up, in the very young age, what they do in the young age, they can't teach them Panini Sutra, meaning and all that. Okay. Yes. But in young age, the kids are very happy to shout around with everyone and all that. And memorization is like a game for them.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't want to make them analyze, but you make them memorize. They're very happy. For them, it's like song, singing.
Correct.
And then there is group animus, no? There is competition. मुझे अच्छा सा मन में रहता है मुझे. So like that, they will do the ratana. So they make them do the ratana at that age, and it stays with them till they're ready to move on. Okay. Absolutely. So it gets etched. But at that time when they did the ratana, nothing is known to them. What is happening? No problem. No problem. Yeah. Our brain is very good in keeping it in the recorded storage. Next, when they go to the grammar class where they actually start looking at Panini Sutras, which also they would have memorized. As they would have memorized the Dhatu Pata, they would have memorized the Panini Pata. Okay. Now, but they don't know what they are saying. They're saying yako, iko, yanachi, adenguna, like that. They are as if it is some mantra they are reciting. Okay, they have no idea what this eco energy literally means. It's nothing like laukika shabda. Eco energy has nothing laukika. So that when the guru starts teaching them grammar, he will say, look, okay, what was the first Panini Sutra? Everybody puts their hand up. Eco Yanachi. I don't even know it is Pratama Sutra. Just I'm saying. Okay. Then Guru says, okay, let us stop. See what is saying. Ikaha. Ik is this. You remember Maheshwara Sutras? What is ik? Oh, somebody will say, sir, uk, like that. Okay. So see those letters. Okay. Of those letters. Like that he teaches them in Sanskritam only. By then they're all Samskrita Panditas. So it is brilliant. And now they already know all the memorization has happened. Now they are getting the meanings. Now what we do as adults, we are just doing upside down. We are doing Shirshasana. We are doing Shirshasana.
Otherwise, nobody will ask these questions at the age of 6. They will not ask you this question. They will just learn it up.
Yes. It's the beautiful approach.
Yeah. And we have done that in English also. So we know what it is at age of 4, 5. We have done it.
Correct. Yeah. Except there was enough capacity in us not to abandon our own mother tongues. But unfortunately, our system was set up differently. In some places, like for example, in Karnataka, there is a 3-language system for a long time. Okay. So we never neglected the mother tongue to some extent. Sanskritam option was only sadness was we had to choose between mother tongue and Kannada. Okay. Sorry, Sanskritam and mother tongue. I should not say Kannada. So Sanskritam and Kannada. So, but fortunately I went through an education paddhati by what you call quirk of transfers to my father. My father was in a very rural place. Okay. In my young age. So only Kannada medium. So I came up in Kannada medium up to 7th grade. So the best, you will learn language best if you do it in mother tongues. You will learn everything, even science, maths, everything is being taught in Kannada. Nothing like that. Okay. And then when you go to high school, it's a good time to choose English. Okay. Now that's what is trying to be done in NEP is the suggestion, but you know all the morons won't. They will protest only. They don't understand the value of this. Okay.
Yeah.
They think it is cultural invasion. It is not. It is improvement of the brain.
Yeah. Terrible. Terrible.
I hope good voices will prevail, sir. Anyway, let's.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is one more exercise here for the following active imperative forms. Write the corresponding passive imperative form. So we will skip through this. Otherwise, we'll keep doing this. So you guys practice all this. Okay. Now I will keep moving forward. Otherwise, we will. Oh, enormous. Usually, when the grammar lesson comes, Samskrita Bharati gives lot of this thing. But let us do this correction. It's more challenging. So there are supposed to be errors related to the number of the underlined words. They have given too much clue. Correct that and rewrite. So putrena grihapataha kriyatam. Nakara. So nakara is missing. So kriyantam. So ntam like that. Okay. Bhavatya payasam khadyantam. Khadyatam. Because only one payasa. It's like not 2 cups of it. Okay. Chatraihi prashnaha pruchyatam. But you see what is underlined? Mahodaya got it correct. What is underlined should be corrected. Okay. Prashnaha pruchyatam. Okay. Oh, see, I was ignoring that. My bad. Number 3 answer is incorrect. I get 0 marks. Though the answer seems to be correct. Prashnaha pruchyatam is correct answer. Bhavadbihi jalam niyantam. Niyatam, because jalam is singular. Okay, it's called collective noun. Such things are called collective noun. So payasam, jalam, they are all in unitary mode as a collective noun. Okay, there is nothing like one payasam. Finally, it is one glass of payasam. It's a quantity, correct? One glass of payasam. What is the question, sir?
Sanskrit word for collective noun.
There is one.
Uncountable noun. Sometimes they say in English.
No. Nitya ekavachana. Nitya ekavachana we call them. Nitya bahuvachana, Nitya ekavachana, Ditya divivachana concepts are there in our this thing. Okay. For example, dvi is Nitya dvivachana. It cannot be put in singular. It cannot be put in plural. So there is nothing like 1 to 2 twos, that kind of concept. Not within the word it exists. 2 is 2. Okay. So Nitya dvivachana, Nitya bahuvachana, Nitya ekavachana concepts are there, which is similar to collective, singular, collective. There is no duality at all in English. Collective, plural. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, where we were. Yeah. So, I skipped the answer. So, rajakaihi vastrani kshalyatam. Kshalyatam. Very easy. Very easy. Asmabhihi karyam kriyetam. What is the vachana of kriyetam? Somebody said correctly. See, it is not having nakara, but it has a ekara with the dhat after the dhatu. Yakara has got a ekara. So kriyetam is similar to vandatam, vandetam. Remember, ekara comes in dvivachana. So this is dvivachana, kriyetam. But karyam is ekavachana. So if karyam was underlined, we have to make it karyau. Okay. Or karyam kriyatam. We have to remove the ekara to go back to ekavachana. So kriyatam. Pitamahena Ramayanam Pathyetam. Again, Dvivachana to Ekavachana conversion. Pathyetam. Chatraihi Uttarani Likhyatam. Uttaram. Somebody said it correct. Uttaram. Singular of Uttarani is Uttaram. We should not change the Kriyapada because underlined is Uttarani. I would have probably changed the Kriyapada. No. Here I was awake. Chatraihi Uttaram Likhyatam. Chatraihi Durgunaha Tyajyatam. Nakara missing. Tyajyantam. Mahilabhihi Pushpam Dhriyantam. Somebody said pushpaihi. Who said pushpaihi?
Myself, sir.
No, no, pushpaihi. See, pushpaihi will come if pushpa was the kriya, was the kartru. Pushpa is the karma here. Okay, so it will stay in pratama, pushpam only. But it has to be modified because its vachana is incorrect. What is the vachana of the kriya pada? Bahuvachana. Driyantam. Okay, so pushpani driyantam. It is not driyantam, is not bahuvachana because of mahila abhihi. It is bahuvachana because it expects the karma pada in bahuvachana. Since the dosha is there, we have to convert pushpam to pushpani. Pushpam, pushpe, pushpani. Nakara, nakara, not nakara.
महोदय ध्रियन्तां तस्य परस्मैपदी
Dharana,
धार
you know,
इति वा?
correct. You know the dhru dhatu, which is to wear. Okay.
धार इति.
It is a complex dhatu. You can see it changes to dhriyantam like that. Yeah, it has its own transformations. Mahila abili pushpani dhriyantam. Okay, you guys have done the first section. We move to lesson segment 2. Okay, of the 8th pata. Vyavaharika Shabdavali of the day. So one of you is going to help me. Let me call on Chetana Bagini. I'll mute everyone because generally a lot of crosstalk. Chetana Bagini, if you can unmute yourself again. Chetana Bagini, are you there? Yeah. Just please read through the so today, starting from the title, read through for the first segment fully, slowly.
Vyavaharika Shabdavali.
Stop there. What do you read?
Vyavaharika?
No. See, that's where you should not let your local language morphology confuse you. Vyavaharika.
Vyavaharika Shabdavali.
Vali. See,
Vali.
I would even accentuate the dirghas in Sanskritam just so that our brain captures it. Vyavaharika Shabdavali.
Vyavaharika Shabdavali.
Fantastic.
Pakshinaha.
Read again.
Pakshinaha.
Pakshinaha. There is no dirgha. That's why I'm making many of you read, okay, so that we get that shuddhatva. What happens, I was in the same boat as you. You are a Kannadiga because you pronounce the lakara as a lakara. Either a Marathi or a Kannadiga will pronounce that way. Okay, and then don't make everything dirgha. What is dirgha? I asked you to accentuate. What is hrisva? Carefully don't accentuate. Okay, pakshinaha. Don't make it pakshinaha. That will become plural. Okay, so there is so much riding on the dirgha hrisva. You have to be cautious. Okay.
Pakshinaha Kitadayah cha.
Very good.
Pakshinaha.
Again you went back.
Pakshinaha. Kakaha crow.
See, this is a male crow.
Kapotaha pigeon, dove. Mayuraha peacock. Hamsaha swan. Davragataha.
Good try. See carefully. I will help you out. See da and then repamsha is there on the top. So read that first. So dar. Okay, dar and then va is there. So don't get confused by the repamsha. Repamsha you mentally associate with the ending of the previous letter. Dar like that. Okay. Dar va ghataha. Read again.
Dar va dataha.
Not dha. Gha.
Dar va ghataha.
Dharva Gataha woodpecker. Now let us stop there because other ones were not so colorful. Kaka everyone knows. Kapota is kabutar. Hindi mein bhi hai kabutar. Kapota is the original word in Sanskritam. Mayura we all know. Hamsa we know. Okay. Dharva Gataha is a name that Madam also struggled. Even I am not very familiar. But it is a beautifully engineered word. You see, Daru is what? Daru is tree. Vrikshaha. The alternative for vriksha is daru. Okay, not the country daru. Not the Hindi daru. Okay, this is Samskrita daru, which is pavitra, which is a vriksha, which is a tree. Okay, see in Uttaranchal and all those beautiful Himalayan places, if you go, there is actually a vriksha called Deodaru. Deodar they call it in Hindi. Mukha is for Deodar. So that is, we call it Deva Vriksha. It is actually a coniferous tree that drops that, you know.
Devadaru.
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 So remember that Devadaru Vriksha, then you will remember Daru is Vriksha. Okay. So Darva Gataha. So Darum Yaha Gatayati Saha Darva Gataha. What a beautiful construction, right? The one who pecks at the wood is the woodpecker. Same engineering which has constructed woodpecker has got itself involved in constructing the Darva Gata. Okay. All right. Next, continue, madam.
Bakaha, crane.
Mm.
Shayenaha,
Eh,
Shayenaha.
no, see, Shakara is half there. There is no bar.
Shenaha.
Shane.
Shienaha, Shienaha.
Shenaha.
Eagle. Okay, Shiena is eagle. Okay.
Grudha, Grudraha,
Very good. Grudraha, vulture.
Ulukaha,
Ulukaha, Dirga U.
Ulukaha, Karandavaha.
Karandavaha, very good. Duck, Karandavaha. Again, it looks like a very carefully constructed word, and I don't know what is. Maybe anda is egg. Okay, Karandavaha, maybe because duck eggs have a certain color or some kind of coloration. I don't know actually for a fact. It sounds like the one who lays dark eggs or something like that, or patch eggs, something like that. I don't know. Okay, anyway, then
Jatuka.
Jatuka, bat. Okay, so thank you, madam. Sorry, sometimes I kind of act like a
No problem, Mahoday.
primary
Dhanyawada.
teacher. Don't take it in the right spirit.
Sure,
So,
sure.
While I'm trying to use you as an example to show the mistakes, I am wanting all other 27 other people to maybe having similar errors. They have to track that. Okay, so Kakaha, crow, Kapotaha, pigeon, Mayuraha, peacock, and Hamsaha, swan, stand by. Darva Ghataha, woodpecker, Bakaha, crane, Shienaha, eagle, Gridraha, vulture, Ulukaha, Ulukaha, but no double lakara. Ulukaha, owl. Oh, close. Owl is to Ulukaha. Karandavaha, duck. Jatuka, bat. Jatuka Pakshi. We sometimes even call it Pakshi in a sense. So it's not a Pakshi, but it's classified under Pakshi. Nice. Okay. So this is not, don't take this as some Darwin's something. This is, it flies, so it is a Pakshi. Simple. Okay. Do you guys know there is one Subhashita around Hamsa and Baka? I don't recall it. It's a beautiful Subhashita. Okay. It goes on to say like something like, it is the Hamsa which knows how to separate the milk from the water, not the Baka. Something like that. That is when the Hamsa is white, Baka is white. What is the difference between them? Hey, you will know it is a Hamsa because it can extract milk from water. What can the Baka do like that? Like that.
Yeah, Hamsakshira Nyaya.
Hamsakshira Nyaya. Oh, ma'am. Where did you learn?
ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಓದಿದೀವಿ ಸರ್ ನೋಡಿದೀನಿ
Oh, you have read
ಕೇಳಿದೀನಿ
that?
ಎಲ್ಲ
It's a very, very beautiful Nyaya. So this, because you said it, let me. So why it became a Nyaya is, when do you use some law? When you have to do some distinction, when you have to draw two people apart, when you have to evaluate, then we say you have to use the Hamsakshira Nyaya. So you should not give them something very easy like a fish to eat. You should give them milk mixed with water and see if they can take the milk out of water. That is the Hamsakshira Nyaya. So it is like the test that you carry out should be of some ghanate. It should not be too easy. Otherwise, you can't distinguish between a Hamsa and a Baka. Both of them will grab the fish. Yeah. As regards to what is this milk out of water, don't think it is like really a swan will take normal milk out of water. It's not meant like that. If you know, when there are very tiny crustaceans in plenty, or even larvae of mosquitoes and things like that in plenty, to a normal eye, nothing is visible. Everything looks like water. But there will be tons of food particles there that a swan knows to recognize a place like that and filter out the edibles and eat them. And a baka or a crane will not know. It needs a proper fish to come along to eat. But it has its own technique. There is another nyaya for baka. Patience is the virtue of a baka. Hamsa will not have that patience. Hamsa, if you see, has zero patience. Baka has infinite patience. Because for it, one whole meal for the day will come in one shot. Hamsa has to struggle through the entire day, filtering tons of water for that eating. Whereas Baka, one shot is done.
Yes,
But for
baka
that
pakki
Huh?
anತಾರೆ.
Huh?
ಬೇಡ ಅಂತಾರೆ.
Ah, when my grandmother and mother used to use that. When she will make some very nice sweet dish in the kitchen, we all used to wait there in the kitchen like crazy guys. So then she will say, "Don't stand like a crane here. Go study."
ಬಕ ಬಕ ತಿನ್ನೋದು ಅಂತಾರೆ.
That also is there. Eat like a crane. Yeah, a lot of nice observing animals and making nyayas is something beautiful in our culture. Anyway, so P.K. Ramakrishnan Mahodaya. P.K. Ramakrishnan Mahodaya.
Yes,
Can
sir.
you unmute? Lead us through the Kitadayaha Mahodaya.
Kitadayaha. Makshika, housefly. Madhumakshika, honeybee.
How beautiful, no? See, Makshika is still a fly, but now it is a Madhumakshika, simple construction, honey. So something that is very similar in structure to a housefly, but it is a Madhumakshika. In fact, this Makki of Hindi, Madhumakki bhi bolte hai wo Hindi mein, honeybee ko. वो Makki is a corruption of Makshika. Continue, sir.
Varata, wasp.
Such a strange name, Varata. Oh, okay.
Matpunaha, bug. Yukaha, louse. Mashakaha, mosquito.
How close it is to actual English word mosquito is in. So Mashakaha.
Pipilika, ant.
Oh, what a beautiful name, Pipilika. Actually, there is a Pipilika Nyaya also. Anyway, but we'll not go there. Anyway.
Brahmaraha, bee. Chitra patangaha, butterfly.
See, normal patanga, you can call it as patanga, something that flies. Even the kite that we fly is a patanga, but Chitra patanga is a butterfly. Beautiful.
Shalabaha, grasshopper or moth. Puttika, white ant, termite.
Just let us wait for these two, because when something spurs to my mind as to why that name, I will try to share that with you. Shalaba, for example, Shalaka in Sanskritam means some sharp thing. Okay, so these kind of insects, no, they have that proboscis. They have the proboscis. So Shalaba may be a construction of a proboscis wearing fellow. Perhaps. Okay.
Feelers, I think. Feelers, they have long
feelers. But Shalaka means some sharp thing. Yeah, proboscis or a pin or something like that. Okay, yeah. If you remember, we saw Shalya earlier. Shalya was the porcupine.
Porcupine.
Yeah. Somehow I don't have pictures here. Oh, I do have. Oh, so sad. Such beautiful pictures I put effort in and I didn't publish them. So let me go through them. So Kakaha, Mayuraha, Darva, Gataha, Shienaha, Ulukaha, Jatuka. And then we come to Makshika, Varata. I have gone vertical. Yukaha, head louse, Pipilika.
Remember easily.
Huh?
It will help us in remembering.
Yeah. Picture is important. Actually, I know the value of that. Chitra Patanga, butterfly. Then continue, sir.
Puttika.
Sir, 1 minute. Chitra Patanga. Sorry, Chitra Patanga. Is there a story behind that? Chitra is, I think, painting, right?
Yeah, Chitra means some kind of painting. Yeah.
So maybe there's some story behind that for the butterfly.
See, actually, even Patanga it's an engineer. I mean, it's not randomly Patanga. Okay, so there must be something related to flying in that Patanga. I am not able to make out. Anga is clearly part. Patanga, I don't know. Falling part gives the sense of falling part. Maybe night. Kite is Patanga, but I'm trying to analyze what is Pata and Anga doing there. I'm not sure. But Chitra Patanga clearly is that type of flying thing which is painted. Yeah, painted flying thing is Chitra Patanga.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Puttika is Putta. If you know, Putta means the ant hill. Okay. In Kannada, we have the Hutta coming from that. Putta is that. Okay. Puttika is the Pipilika of the Putta.
In Tamil also they say Puttu, sir.
Puttu.
It's
And
No, but that Puttu is not termite. That is Puttu is actual ant.
we call it Karayan actually.
This is Karayan. This is Karayan. Not that. That is an ant hill.
interesting.
Puttu
But
is
in
ant
Kannada, we have the Hutta coming from Put. That is the snake. We call it the
Yeah.
snake mound, but it's actually termite mound. We know that. Yeah.
Not termite, sir. That's an ant mold, actually. Ant hill.
Sir, white ant is termite. White ant.
White ant is termite. White ant doesn't make mold.
No,
makes,
sir. It very much, sir. It is the king of making putta.
Putta.
Normal ants are not able to make it above the ground like white ant. White ant is the one that makes actually 70% underground, 30% above ground. Okay. Normal ant makes it 100, nearly 99% underground. They are also very smart. They are also very smart. I'm not saying, but they don't have the same vigor as a white ant.
White ant. I thought white ant does only on wood outside.
No, it makes the putta and brings the wood. Yeah.
Sir, only since we have anyway, I have disturbed you. Just, sir, what is the difference between that Madhumakhika and Bhramara?
See, it's an alternate name. It is an alternate name.
Okay.
Alternate name. But there are certain non-honey bees. If you really want to know, there is this giant Bhramara, which is almost like not a colonizer. It's almost like, pairs only. Solitaries or pairs.
Correct.
We call them bumblebee or something like that. They are little bit more close to Varata. Yeah. Varatas also are colonies, but not as large colonies as Makshikas, Madhumakshikas. Yeah. Anyway, Bhramara is for all practical purposes an alternative to Madhumakshika. Okay, so sir, just to continue reading, go vertical now. Yeah.
Puttika, white ant, termite. Tailapaha, cockroach.
See this name, Tailapa. When you look at that cockroach, don't you feel Tailapa is a beautiful name for it because it's so oily? So an oily insect, Tailapa. I think the Sanskrit names speak for themselves. That's what is beauty about them. Okay, then.
Shatapadi, centipede.
See the name Shatapadi and centipede are constructed in similar manner. One with 100 legs. Yeah. 100 legs.
Sambukaha.
Oh, okay. Somebody else is unmuted. Scratches are coming from there. 1 minute. Just hold on, sir. I think now only you are unmuted. So snail. See Shambhu. Again, Shambhukaha is a construction of the one with a Shambhu. What is the Shambhu? Is the covering of the snail, that conch, shell. Okay, see. Oh, what a beautiful icon. So that blue thing is the conch part. So that's why it's called Shambhuka.
Anything to do with the Lord Shiva?
I think his name is derived from similar, but there may be more engineering involved in his Shambhu, because Sham comes from peace and all that we say. But the Shambhu for conch may be for some other reason. But who knows, sir? I have to dive a bit deeper to see what. Huh?
But in Kannada it is Basavana Hulu. Basava is a vehicle of Lord Shiva. Not a vehicle. Yeah.
Yeah. But that Basava we call is the Vrishabha, no? I mean, it's the bull Basava. But this is
That's the
I
bull.
don't
That's
know. I don't
Nandi.
know.
That's Nandi.
That is
I mean
Nandi.
the Shambhu Mahaprana.
Thank you, Pranavji. That is actually Mahaprana Bhakara also, I think, Shambhu. Yeah. So his name comes from a different construction than Shambhu. Okay. Anyway, interesting, but definitely with that help of Pranavji, we were able to disconnect because Mahaprana Bhakara makes all the difference there.
Okay.
Uh,
Urnanabha, spider.
no, just you have read this, but I will unravel the pictures quickly. Oh, what a beautiful. Okay. Kapotaha, Hamsaha, flying Hamsa. Bakaha. Oh, this Baka is very smart. It has stored up 3 fish. Okay, and then Grudra. Oh, what a sad picture for Grudra. And then Karandavaha, duck. Then we go to Madhumakshika, which was done. Matkunaha, bug. I have chosen some ugly one. Mashakaha, mosquito. Pramaraha, bee. The bumblebee I have shown there. Okay, and then Shalabaha, we just did that. That is that Shalaba. Then Urnanaba. What a beautiful name again, right? Spider. See, Nabhi, as you know, is navel. Nabhi is navel. Urna is wool. So the one with wool coming out of its navel is Urnanabhi or Urnanabaha in pulling. So what a beautiful construction, spider. Continue, sir.
Vrishchikaha, scorpion.
Vrishchikaha, scorpion. Okay, this is also a Rashi, so it's an important one to remember.
Kinchulakaha, earthworm.
I don't know. It sounds so nice, but I'm not able to think of why Kinchulakaha. Maybe something to do with Chulaka. Chulaka means creating a hole in the earth. I don't know. Something like that. Kinchulakaha, earthworm. Anyway, it's not an easy name to remember. Then last one. Huh?
Kim Shulakaha, Kin Chulakaha.
I don't know.
It doesn't
Last
mean
doesn't make any sense. We'll have to look up or ask somebody expert. There is nothing to look up. It's not easy to look up. Next, last one.
Karkatakaha. It is also a Rashi, sir.
Yeah, both Vrishchika, Karkata, they are both in Rashi. Few other things may be in Rashi. There is no Meena. Of course, we are looking at Pakshi and Kita there. So there is, otherwise Meena is also in Rashi like that. Okay, anyway, we are going to come across Rashi names also in our Vyavaharika Shabdavali, not Vyavaharikala Shabdavali, but in that last section we will come across them. Vishesha things. Okay, so with my colorful slide, we move on and we have good time. We are moving into third portion of the 8th lesson. Chatushlokaha. Vah, Markata. Monkeys are naturally restless. They are better than humans nowadays. Monkey tricks, kapi cheshtaha. So cheshta means to take something up for action. Okay, kapi cheshta means monkey's actions. So that has alias tricks are well known. What will happen if a monkey is provoked? Similarly, a person who is already crooked, oh sad, on top of it has vices also, will behave erratically. Okay, so let us see the Chatushloka itself will be more colorful than the introduction for sure. Markatasya surapanam madhye vrishchikadamshanam tanmadhye bhuta sancharaha yadva tadva bhavishyati. Actually, this phrase Yadva Tadva has entered Kannada and I'm sure there in Telugu and maybe even in Tamil world. South, we use this Yadva Tadva enormously. When somebody does something totally randomly, we say Yadva Tadva kar diya, like that.
Yadva Tadva gaadi odistane.
Yadva Tadva gaadi odistane, Ola gaadi. So we say, hey, Yadva Tadva chalata hai gaadi. So this, but you see the original is Yatva Tatva. This way, that way, like that, or this way or that way, like that. Okay, that means without any direction or rule, like randomly, like left, right, like that. Okay, so that is that Yadva Tadva is there identically used in Sanskritam. is clear from Chatushloka, this Chatushloka. Okay, that there is a usage like a pair like that, which brings out a different meaning of erraticness. Okay, so literally, if we go like a translator, like a computer, say yatva, that which, this which, that which, this which, makes no sense in English, right? Erratic is the sense. Tatparya. Yes, sir. Okay, so Markatasya Surapanam, of the monkey, Shashti Ekavachana, Markatasya Surapanam. This Sura is actual the Sura, the alcohol. So the drinking of monkey, basically by the monkey is to be inferred there. Okay, so the act of drinking of the monkey, okay, that means it is drunk. Madhye, in amidst that, okay, this is Saptami Ekavachana, in the middle, amidst that, okay, upon the middle, like that. Vrischika Damshanam, it is bitten by a scorpion. That means here it is not said in the full sentence form, right? It's left like that. See, typically you should read this as Markataha Surapanam Kritavan Asti. That whole thing has been titled with one karma as Markatasya Surapanam. That's all. It's entitled as Markatasya Surapanam. The drinking by monkey, in the middle the biting by scorpion. It's a kavitva. We should not try to take too much grammar everywhere. We should grammatize it. So Markatasya yada surapanam kritamasti markatena. We should translate the vibhakti also correspondingly. Markatena ekena surapanam kritamasti tanmadye vrischikah api tam damshitam vrischikaya api te saha damshitah asti cha. Like that we should read, expand the sentences like that. Tanmadye bhuta sancharaha, and even within that, amidst those two strange incident, first of all it's monkey, then it is drunk, then there is bit by the scorpion, and on top of that, so tanmadye should be taken in English as tatparyas. On top of that, bhuta sancharaha, it is actually getting the spirits. That means it is misbehaving due to entering of some strange spirits in his body. Okay, that is bhuta sanchara. Yadva tadva bhavishyati. Total disaster, erratic thing will happen with all this combination. So this kind of thing is like a gade. We call in Kannada, we call it a gade. So we use this to humorously quote some silly thing that is happening by saying, "अरे ये तो बोला बोला मरकट है, वो सुरा भी पिया है, ये भी हुआ है, और क्या होगा अभी?" ऐसा. So we use it as a simile to draw fun with some situation.
ಮಂಗನಿಗೆ ಕುಡಿಸ್ದಂಗೆ ಅಂತ.
Madam, slowly again.
ಮಂಗನಿಗೆ ಸಾರಾಯಿ ಕುಡಿಸಿದಾಗ ಅಂತಾನು ಕುಡಿಸಿದಂತೆ ಅಂತಾನು
ಕುಡಿಸಿದಾಗ, depending on North Karnataka, South Karnataka. So when somebody who is totally already silly is given lot of platform, like a politician, typical modern politician, we say he is like a drunken monkey, as he acts as if it's a monkey has been fed with alcohol, like that. Yeah, correct. That comes from this Chatushloka perhaps once upon a time.
Actually, ಕೋತಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಡ ಕುಡಿಸ್ದಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ.
ಅದೇ correct. Varieties of that, correct. Same thing, but this manga is better in Kannada. Manga is more kavitva than koti.
ನಮ್ಮ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಸೈಡ್ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಸರ್ ಹೇಳೋದು.
ಮಂಗ ಹೌದು. ಉತ್ತರ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಭಾಷೆ ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಇಷ್ಟ, ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂಲ ಕನ್ನಡ ಬಹಳ ಉಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟೈನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಓಲ್ಡರ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ more what you call, they are not sanitized too much. I like their sounds.
ಹೌದ್ರಿ ಸರ್, ಹೌದ್ರಿ.
Markatah, Vrischikah, Damshanam, we know all those things. So with that nice Chatushloka, I'll read it once again, so that because reading this becomes important for exam purpose. Markatasya surapanam madhye vrischika danshanam tanmadhye bhuta sancharah yadva tadva bhavishyati. So the question may be, Kada yadva tadva bhavishyati. It will be very silly to ask like that, but they may come question like that, and then you have to remember like these kind of things. Okay. We have 15 minutes to continue. Sorry, some of us Kannadigas are a little bit more here, so sometimes the other language people have to excuse us. We get lost in our mother tongue also. Samasya. So riddle.
Sir, you want us to learn Kannada actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am happy of your open-mindedness. I wish there was that everywhere. Yeah. Some riddles have the answer hidden in them. If the words of the interrogative sentences are either split or jointly read, we get the answers. Oh, okay. We have seen earlier play of words, sandhi, etc., or some missing sandhi. So the following is a verse comprising of 4 questions. Try to find the answers hidden right there. Okay, I have not attempted the answers yet. I am just putting a help here. Don't think I am revealing. I'm putting the cat out of the bag, pulling the cat out of the bag. No, I'm just explaining the cat. Okay, so kim naraha kurute ganam, kam pushnati janghalam, ka amitartha devagavi or kamitartha devagati. Typically, we know whenever there is this avagraha, there is a play. Kim shukavat vanam. Okay, so this is the riddle. So they are asking us to answer each of them correctly. Okay, so it's actually a set of 4 riddles, but the technique in the 4 is common. The technique is common. The answers are independent according to the query in each. Okay, so this is like, we used to play this kind of games in our childhood with our friends also, using standard poems also, right? So that kind of game. So kim naraha kurute ganam. Kurute, atmanepadi form of krudatu. Krudatu is ubhayapadi. So kurute is karoti only. Okay, but here it is put in atmane form by the choice of the kavi. Ganam is singing. Okay, naraha is manava, some manushya or some janaha, some person. Kim is which. So which man sings is the question. Okay, supposedly the answer is hidden. Okay, so the answer can't come from some random Subbalakshmi or something like that. Okay, naraha I am taking to mean also ladies. Okay, so we cannot give answers like that. Or Balakrishna, Balamurali Krishna, something like that we can't pull out. So similarly, kam pushnati jangalam. Okay, so jangalam is meat. See, ये जंगल बोलते हैं ना, जंग, so जंगल का मृगों से लिया हुआ जांगलम तथा आयत संस्कृते प्रायः construction. Jangalam is meat. Okay, so nourish, pushna is poshana. You know the poshana word, no? Is to nourish. Pushnati is the original lat lakara form of that. Poshana karanam सः एषः पोषणं करोति इत्यत्र पुष्णाति इति मूलरूपं. So पुष्णाति. So which nourishes the meat? Very funny, na? What all nourishes the meat? This is the question. Very funny, eh? Then kamitartha prada devagavi. Okay, ka amitartha prada devagavi or kamitartha prada devagavi. We have to see where the meaning is. But if you take the correct breaks, ka, which lady, amitartha prada, the one who gives limitless boons, devagavi, the one who is also the poet of the devas, poetess of the devas, or something like that you can take. Okay, because ka is there. Okay, so another funny question. Okay, who is this Daivik Kavi who gives unlimited boons? This question has to be answered. Kim Shukavat Vanam, which is the forest which is like a guinea's parrot. Okay, so that's what he says. Who is the person who sings? Whom does the meat nourish? Oh, the meat nourish. Okay, Jangalam Pushnati. I reversed it. Sorry. Which divine cow? Oh, yields unlimited desired object. So Gavi is not Kavi. I made the mistake of Sandhi break, so already I'm poor out here. So it's Gai, Gau Shabda. So Devagavi is obviously, we know the answer. Devagavi is,
Kamadhenu, sir.
Kamadhenu,
Kamadhenu.
right? So that we know the answer because from Raghuvamsha we know the answer. That is good. So the answer for the third leg is correct, Kamadhenu. Because she is known as Kamadhenu because she is a Kamitartha Prada. Kamam yat kurmah tad dadati Kamadhenu iti tasyaha nama Kamadhenu iti. Sa Devagavi api. Sa Devanam Gauhu. अतः तत्र उत्तरं भवत्या बहु सम्यक् उक्तं कामधेनु एव अस्य उत्तरम् इति. There is no play. The Kamitartha pada hides the fact that it is actually Kamadhenu because the same name is Kamadhenu and it's also a Dhenu because Gavi is also clue to us. Okay, Devagavi is also further clue because Kamadhenu is actually Deva's cow. So beautiful, we got that. So anybody attempts the first one? We know.
Kinnaraha.
Kinnaraha. See, in Kannada also that
Kinnaraha.
Kinnara word is there. You know this in the Asterix and Obelix there is this guy who is always singing.
Yeah.
What?
Vidyadhara Charan.
Cacophonics.
What was the name? Somebody said
Cacophonics.
Cacophonics. So the Cacophonics in that is actually a Kinnara. We call him a Kinnara in Sanskritam. Okay, he is the village singer. Actually, they are actually associated with gods. Gandharvas, and Yakshas. Amongst that class is Kinnara class also in our. Okay?
Kinnara, Kim Purusha, Gandharva.
Correct. So the answer for the first one comes from, instead of reading it as Kim Naraha, if you take that Anuswara with a multiplied Nakara, Kinnaraha, which is very close pronunciation, then Kinnaraha is the answer. Kinnaraha Kurute Ganam. This is very similar to cryptic crossword. Okay. Then here also clue is similar. Whom does the meat nourish?
Kankam.
See, if you go back, this another alternative name for Gridaha is Kanka. Okay, it's another name for Gruda. Okay, so unfortunately they didn't give that name here. It would have been nice if they put slash and gave that name. So here the Kankam Pushnati, it's in karma position because Jangalam Kankam Pushnati. Meat nourishes the Grida or the Kanka bird, like that. So, okay, so that is that. Maybe the pulling of bird, then it's Kankaha or something like that in Prathama Ekavachana, Kankam. So join the two, but when you join the two, you have to bring this Anuswara. This Anuswara has to go into Panchamakshara of Kavarga. Ka ka ga ga nga. So we should write it as ka this way. You see this ngakara here, janga. So similarly, that nga and ka should come below. So when we give the answer, we should write ka and that nakara below that kakara. Kanka, Kankam Pushnati Jangalam. This we know Kamadhenu. Last one is not very easy for us. It is actually, there is a Shuka is actually parrot.
Shuka means parrot.
Parrot. Okay. But the answer is slightly, it's by joining Kim Shuka we get a new name. If we knew that, we will know to answer. Kim Shuka is actually a type of tree. Okay. Kim Shuka is a type of tree. Maybe the so-called flame of the forest tree. That may be the Kim Shuka tree. I don't know for sure. So because it has flowers that resemble the kokku of the parrot, the mouth of the parrot. Okay. So parrot bill resembling.
ಕನ್ನಡ ಮುತ್ತುಗದ ಮರ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಮುತ್ತುಗದ ಮರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಎಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಊಟ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಅದ ಎಲೆ ದೊಣ್ಣೆ ಎಲ್ಲ.
ಮುತ್ತುಗದ ಮರನೇ flame of the forest 100%. Okay. Muttugada Mara is the flame of the forest tree, which has the flowers which are flame colored, and each flower resembles the beak of a shuka. So the tree itself is Kim Shuka tree. Okay, the tree is called, as if hundreds of parrots are sitting, it appears. So we call it Kim Shuka tree. Okay.
Sir, one thing. This what you call your flame of the forest doesn't. But that in Holi we use one
Different name. Different name.
No. Holy, we used to use one flower which was red in color. Before this chemical came, for holy they will powder that. It has a king shuka's nose-like thing. That may be the tree which, you know.
Possible. But Madam has found out from the Kannada book that the answer is in Muttuga, and we in Karnataka, we know Muttuga simply means the flame of the forest.
Flame of the forest. Okay.
Flame of the forest tree. It has large, broad leaves, which are very nice, roundish leaves. When dried, no, you can join them together using
plate,
grass
for eating.
sticks. Yeah, for eating, you can make a eating plate. Most organic thing in life we have lost actually. So yeah, that
Correct. That broad leaf, what I am saying, same thing. Okay.
Same tree. Oh, very good. Oh, I didn't know this, sir, that they made color dye with the flowers. This is new.
Before 1968 and all, before 1968, we used to make that powder, pluck that flower, make powder and play, because there was no chemical dyes.
Oh, most healthy.
It was the original one.
Oh, right. Fantastic. Nice to know, sir. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Palash? Is it that palash tree? Palash. हवन के लिए यूज करते हैं?
नहीं, वो अलग है. पलाश ट्री समित वो हवन के लिए, वो तो अलग है. नहीं, वो मुत्तुगा का स्टेम्स को भी यूज करते हैं, पॉसिबली पलाश ट्री, because I know the same flame of the forest sticks are used in Homa also. It is known as a Pavitra tree. We saw in another verse somewhere it is known as a Pavitra tree, no? It has alternate names also. Oh, very good. Yeah.
Palash tree is the same as Kimshuka.
Wow. Fantastic. So we have a whole host of Sanskrit Pandits here. I love this class. I am learning more than all of you. So the answers comes out. There I have the picture. Oh, all the research had been done and forgotten by me. See, that is that leaf, that beautiful leaf, which if you can use one individual dried leaf, you can use it for breakfast. If you can stitch 4 or 5 of them in a circular pattern, you can make a whole meal plate out of it. They are still done in the villages. They still do this. They still use that in the temples. No one is supposed to use other things. So temples continue the tradition. And do you see the flowers? Do you see the beauty of why it can even be a dye? Like Mahodaya said, it is brilliant bunch of colorful flowers, which definitely when dried will make a orange powder, I'm sure. Yeah. And to some extent, each individual dala looks like a parrot is sitting there. Anyway, so maybe the green leaves combined with the orange thing looks like parrots to the eye. So Kinnaraha Kankam. See here, Kankam. Oh, it's a Napumsakalinga Shabda. Oh, but here it is in Dvitiya Vibhakti itself they have put Kankam. Kamitartha Prada. Are? They put the same thing. I would put Kamadhenu/Kamadhenu also. Oh, I would have liked to see Kamadhenu also put. I have put it here. Kimshukavat, full of Kimshuka trees. I mean, as if it was Kimshuka like that. Kimshukavat is like Kimshuka Bharitam iti arthe svikriyate. We are almost at the end of our time slot, but let's just keep jumping in a little bit, 2 more minutes. So let's start this Subhashita. Starting with the Subhashita, we will end the class today. So let's see what this Subhashitam teaches us. Labheta sikata sutailamappi yatnatah pidayan pibecha mrugatrishhnikasu salilam pipasarditah Kadachidapi paryatan shashavishanamasadayet natu pratinivishta murkha jana chittamaradayet. Wow. Okay, slowly. Labheta sikatasu tailam api yatnatah pidayan. Okay, this is in the Shatru mode. You know that. Then pibet cha. Pibecha is pibet cha. Takara, it changes itself to chakara, dakara, like this. It has many transformations. Okay, pibet cha mruga trishnikasu. One single word. Mruga is one stem. Trishnika is one stem and Su is the Saptami Bahuvachana tail. Mriga Trishnikasu Salilam Pipasa Arditaha. One word again. Pipasa is one stem, Arditaha is the other part of that. Okay, and that has the tail, and this is a Kta Pratyaya. Right? Arditaha Kta Pratyaya. So Labeta. Okay, let's finish the Sandhi breaks first. Kadachit api, again takara changing to dakara. Kadachit api paryatan, another shatru. Paryatan shasha vishanam asadayet. So here there are two words. Shasha vishanam is one word. Asadayet is another word. There is a simple samyoga there. Shasha vishanam asadayet. Shasha is one stem. Vishana is another word. Asadayet is the kriyapada. Na tu pratinivishta murkhajana chittam. That is one single word, giant one. But we know the breaks. Pratinivishta is one. Okay, in which case prati is one part of that and nivishta is the other part. Okay, murkha is one. Jana is another stem. Okay, chitta is another stem. Chittam, it is in its ending. So chittam, it has the ending, ending. That is karma position, right? Aradhayet, kriyapada. Okay. So this is how. So labeta sikatasu tailam api yatnataha pidayan pibet cha mrigatrishhnikasu salilam pipasarditaha kadachit api paryatan shashavishanam asadayet natu pratinivishta murkajana chittam aradhayet. Like that. Okay. So now let us take the meaning. Labheta may be gotten. Okay, perhaps may be gotten. This kind of sense comes from labheta. Okay, and sikata is sand. Okay, sikatasu is amidst the sands. Okay, amidst the sands, perhaps is obtainable. Tailam api, oil too. Today, we know the Subhashita is true. In Arabia, they're extracting oil from sand virtually, but of course it's underground. It's funny. It's so funny that actually oil comes from sand. In fact, some place is called oil sands because the sand contains oil mixed in it. Anyway, labeta sikatasu tailamapi. How is it obtained? Yatnataha pidayan, by squeezing with effort. Pidayan, yatnataha pidayan labeta. So pidayan is in shatru mode, continuous mode. Okay. So this is prayatna, yatnataha, using effort. Okay. Yatnataha pidayan, by the use of effort, by squeezing, pidana is squeezing. Squeezing with effort, even oil could be obtained from sands. Obtained comes from labeta. Okay. Then pibet cha. One might drink too. Cha I'm taking as two on top of the previous sentence. One might drink too. What? Okay, salilam, water. Okay, salila is another alias for, beautiful alias for jalam. And kaha pibet, pipasarditaha, one who is having thirst, not somebody, anybody. Pipasaya arditaha, pipasarditaha. Yaha, from thirst he is dry. One who is dry in the mouth from thirst is pipasarditaha. Ard dhatu means dry. Okay, so arditaha is somebody who is dried up, which means who is bereft of water, and by thirst, dried up by thirst. So that kind of sense is there in that word. Pipasarditaha is like a horrifically thirsty fellow. Okay. He may even end up drinking water from what? Mrigatrishhnikasu. From the Mrigatrishnika is the not oasis, it is the mirage.
Mirage.
Okay. Yeah. Mirage is called Mrigatrishnika. Okay. Trishnika is something that satiates your trishna, which is thirst. So the trish is called thirst. Okay. Trishnika is somebody who satiates the thirst. Mrigatrishnika is actually fake Trishnika. Mriga means here animating itself as if it is a Trishnika.
Actually,
So,
there is no water. It looks like water.
Correct. So the Mriga is like, see, we say animated play, not real. It is only animation. Real ille. That one, that is the Mriga here. Okay. It is an animated Trishnika, not a real Trishnika. No real Salilam there. But the Kavi is saying, hey, one day when somebody is so deeply thirsty, it may be possible that he even drinks from such a mirage. Who knows? Even that may become possible. See, the first line they didn't know will become possible. Man, in his thirst for all kinds of desire for things, has managed to make the first statement true. So who knows? The second statement will come true. Maybe there are even guys who are able to extract the few water molecules even in the desert and trap it. So even that has slowly becoming true. Now the third statement. Kadachidapi paryatan shashavishanam asadayet. Kadachit api, sometime, and even on top of those two impossible facts, a third fact, even sometimes when moving around, or when I am moving around, or when the shasha is moving around, let us take the moving around, shashavishanam, the horn of a what is the shasha? Rabbit. Thank you. The English word was escaping me. So we could even end up seeing a horned rabbit while moving around when doing our travels. Okay. So here the Kavi is saying, oh, who knows? I am here in this place. If I move around the world, I know a lot of new strange things appear. So maybe I will even end up seeing a rabbit with a horn in the world as I move around. Even that may be possible sometime. But okay, that's where he gives the jhatka. Now, having said all those things, he will say this. Okay, natu pratinivishta murka jana chittam aradhayet. Okay, so all those impossible things of life may become possible, but one can, with no effort, with even infinite effort, cannot please a stubborn fool. Okay. Pratinivishta is somebody who is embedded in his mental aspect, one who is not ready to come out of his belief. Like, we see people like that all over, right? You cannot give logic to their head. There is no way you can put logic in their head, because he is sitting in perfect logic in his mind. His logic is another Brahma world. He's like he is sitting in his Mrigatrishnika. So he is drinking his water in his Mrigatrishnika. How can you teach him what is real water? You can't. Okay. So Pratinivishtaha, one who is sitting stubbornly, Murka Janaha, a fool, Chittam Aradayet Natu Sadhyam iti. Okay, it's not possible to enlighten the mind of a stubborn fool, is what it said that here. Here they said please, but you can say enlighten also. Aradhana can be taken in different meaning. So that's what. Okay, I thought this is a wonderful Subhashita. There is a very deep embedded lesson. So what it is teaching you is, moment you recognize a stubborn fool, stop your effort. You will only injure yourself trying to give logic to them. Stop yourself. Just don't waste your effort. You might even achieve all the other things which you thought was not possible. No harm going after those. But a stubborn fool is something else. He's beyond nature. He has defeated nature. So he's beyond logic. Okay. It's lovely. So let me read the verse again. लभेत सिकतासु तैलमपि यत्नतः पीडयन् पिबेच्च मृगतृष्णिकासु सलिलं पिपासार्दितः कदाचिदपि पर्यटन् शशविषाणमासादयेत् न तु प्रतिनिविष्ट मूर्खजन चित्तमाराधयेत्. Like that.
ये लिंग लकार में एक्चुअली यहाँ पे लभेत के बदले लभेत. Is it labet instead of labet? Is it labet?
No. It is the correct form only. This is Atmanepadi dhatu. Okay. Labhate is the lat form. Labheta is the lot form.
Oh.
Okay. Good question, because Madam helped us in 2 ways. All this, the labeta, asadayet, aradhayet, pibet, all of them are in vidhi. Some are in atmane, some are in parasmay according to dhatu. That over time only we have to develop the sense. But at least now we know to read. Oh, when we see labeta, oh, atmanepadi, oh, pibet, oh, prasmaipadi. That is good. That is good. That means we are starting to collect that knowledge. And tomorrow we know pib dhatu is parasmai, lab dhatu is atmane. Like that will slowly come in our brain. We will never again say labati. We will say labeta only. Okay. Or labate if it is lat. Okay, I think we have overshot our quota for the day. So we will start with this a little bit more sad looking Subhashita. From the pictures, it doesn't look too funny because the situation is number 3 picture only. Who knows? It's maybe about COVID. So we will catch up tomorrow morning and keep continuing, keep attacking these lessons. Okay. Have a nice evening and morning, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ.